Okay, let me just check a few things here. I really don't know how this sound system works out every single time. I feel like it's always a little bit different each time I stream, and I don't change anything. At least I don't remember changing anything. Hold on. Gosh darn it. The arm. The arm that the microphone is on is getting caught onto one of my monitors for some reason. Ah, crap. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that monitor later. I don't think I can fix it right now. It's weird. My setup is weird. I don't know if I actually have shown my setup on stream before, but yeah, it's just weird. Let me just check to see if everything is working. Restream, are you doing okay? I think Restream's doing okay. I don't see any issues. Let me just double check. Let me test this. Test. For some reason my Restream resetted, and now I can't really tell if anything is going through. I'm gonna find out here soon. There we go, something is going through. But anyway, I think that's mostly sorted out. Oh, yeah. Let's clear that out for later. I'll take care of that later. Hey guys, how's it going? NPC Scientist Harukansumi here, and it is Friday. It is time again for the every so often Mahjong stream. If you guys would like to join with the game, let me know in chat. It seems like Battle of Asura is still actually up this time, so guess what we're doing? We're doing Battle of Asura. I like that mode. Also, please let me know if the background music is a little bit too loud. I know by the time we get into the game itself, it kind of goes to the back, actually goes in the background a little bit and becomes inaudible. But I would like, at least for the calls and Mahjong tiles, to be heard during the game. We'll find that out later, but hopefully this lobby music isn't too loud. But yeah, let me just tell you about my week so far before we get started. And it's oh man, it's been a while since I last streamed. When was the last stream? Sunday? I want to say, was it Sunday? Did I stream Sunday? Let me double check. I feel like I didn't stream. Did I stream Sunday? I think I did. I'm just not exactly sure anymore. Let me see. I don't think I streamed Sunday. No, I did stream Sunday. Sunday was... Oh, come on. YouTube, did you really have to put the monetization claim on that? It is part of the freaking game. It's like every single song in the Civs game got copyright flag, but it shouldn't be, because it's like London Symphonic Orchestra stuff, and I want to say a lot of this is classical, but it may not be, so who knows. At least it's not a copyright strike, it's just a monetization issue, which, you know, for the future, I'm gonna keep that in mind. If I ever get monetized, and I still stream Civ games, that is for sure not going to be part of it. Or at least, I'm probably gonna mute it so I don't get demonetized and put something else in the back. Good to know ahead of time though, good to know. So if anyone's watching those archives for whatever reason, the 12-hour, 15-hour archives of the Civ games, then you will know why Well, no, you will know why there are ads there. It's not because I have ads enabled, it's because I can't, I can't enable ads. Definitely not, I don't have the ability for that. But what is going to happen though, is they're probably going to run ads on it anyway because it's YouTube. They do that. Oh well, that's what we got going. Anyway, let me just so before we get started here, let me just catch you guys up on what's been happening this week. So usually I have at least one stream during the middle of the week, just something random, something small like Duolingo or art or whatever like that. Hey Matak, welcome to the stream. How's it going? End of the day, end of the week. It's finally Friday. I can finally say TGIF for sure. I mean, like for real this time. Because I finally went back to how am I supposed to word this? So basically, for the past 4 months before, June, I was actually inactive. So as an NPC, I got my duties to do, right? But ever since February up to end of last week, I was pretty much inactive, no duties whatsoever, no assignments. Like, so it was weird. It's weird. But starting this week, I'm actually back. I got actually some duties back, and it's weird being back to work. After 4 months of inactivity, it's weird being back to work. Though I haven't actually done any work yet this week. It has all been mainly document stuff, like document reading. I haven't even done any training yet. They can't train me until next week apparently, so it's like, okay. I guess I'm just chilling here at work for 8 hours. And it is a very chill workplace. I don't think I've heard anyone fight yet in the whole week I've been there, which is a good sign. Though I can definitely sense already there's going to be some crazy personalities I'm going to be working with. And when I say crazy, I don't mean like crazy, but it's like definitely not something I'm used to. Though at least the tension's down. Hey, teacher Amy, welcome to the stream. How's your weekend been? How's your guys' week been, by the way? I'm just recapping mine, so I'm kind of curious what you guys' weeks have been so far. But let me just give you guys a heads up of what we're going to be doing. We got Battle of Azure. Battle of Azure is still up, so unless anyone has any objections for doing a normal match, I think Battle of Azure is pretty interesting, just because there's a lot of variability in it. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. Also, if you have seen the pinned messages, if you're on YouTube, and if you're Twitch, you may have seen like a Mahjong drink command. If you want to join in the Mahjong drinking game, you can certainly do that if you want to. There's no pressure doing so. I do have a drink for myself. I still have cans of spiked seltzer, so I will be at least drinking one of them. Yeah, you can do either one. I do prefer it on YouTube just because, you know, I am trying to work towards monetization, but we don't have quite the subs for that, so you know, it's fine either way. Let me just check really quick. Just been rigging and doing nothing else. Okay. Let's see. Positive week. Made a lot of progress building deadlift. Very nice. Well, I mean, no pressure either way. Use whatever you want. But it's like I'm still trying to get subs on YouTube. You know, that's still a thing. That is still a thing. But if ever I get like what do you call this? If I ever get a affiliate offer for Twitch, I'm probably not gonna take it. I'll be honest, I'm probably not gonna take that affiliate offer because as soon as I take that affiliate offer on Twitch, I can't do the dual streaming thing again. I mean, I can't do the dual streaming thing without risking the Twitch channel getting shut down. Like, sure, it's nice to get the subs. It's nice to have emotes, like personalized emotes for you guys to use. It's nice to do all that stuff. But if it limits me on how I'm going to stream to like a wider audience and stuff like that, or at least have as many people as possible being able to file into here, then I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I think there's a lot of people that feel the same way too, like because of how Twitch limits their streamers on what they can do. Yeah, because of what Twitch does as far as limiting their streamers and what they can do or where they can stream, then it's like, and probably don't take it regardless. But yeah, I mean, YouTube's more of like a long game thing anyway. While Twitch, yes, you can get started up really quickly, but what are you giving up by starting up really quickly, right? I mean, I've looked through a bunch of different articles and videos regarding this. I'm still convinced YouTube is still the best way to go. But yeah. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see who we have in chat. We have Monotalk, we have Teacher Amy, and we at least have our usual group. So, let me see then. All right. Cold in the apartment right now. Maybe turn down the maybe turn off the AC for a little bit so you're not freezing. All right, so let me open up a room really quick. I'm probably gonna have to shrink myself here in a bit. But not join room, create room. So we're gonna be doing Battle of Asura. It's gonna be a 4-player game, regular time. So here is the room number if you want to type it in. I'll also put the link in the chat. So anyone who wants to join, feel free to join. Cozy Mahjong with blankets. It's not quite cold enough here, but for the teacher, I guess that's gonna be nice. But yeah, drinking rules are available if you want to use the drinking rules. It's more of a suggestion at this point if you want to use them. It's not required. We're not doing anything too crazy right now that would have to enforce that, but I did make some guidelines if you guys want to do that. It's humid there. Yeah, it's also pretty humid over here. It's been raining for... Holy crap, I feel like it's been raining every day for the past 3 weeks now. It's crazy. I mean, supposedly this is the wet season, but it doesn't rain even that much during the wet season, but every single day has been raining at some point in the day, morning or night, usually night. Yeah, humidity is fine once you get used to it, but if you're not used to it, yeah, it can be pretty bad. If we don't have a 4th person to join in chat, then I'll go ahead and add an AI and we can get started. Let me know though later on as we go through the stream if anyone else wants to join. Otherwise, we'll just keep this rolling for a bit. Okay, let me add the AI in for now. Royal Namiko, thank you for dropping by. All right, let's get started over here. Naiko. My pronunciation's getting worse these days. So hopefully, since I'm back at work, it's gonna motivate me to be a little bit better than being out of work. Whew. All right. I don't know what this event thing is going on right now, but I never actually done the events in Mahjong Soul before. Has anyone actually done that? Am I at least glad to be back to work? If I had the choice, I would not actually be like working. I would like to be working on like content creation and stuff like that. But it's a nice change of pace. It's definitely a nice change of pace. It does keep me on my toes. It does, what do you call it? It does give me a sense of responsibility that I didn't quite have when I'm not doing anything. So I guess that's a plus. I suppose that's a plus. I know a lot of people would love to retire early, and I'm definitely... Oh, were you? Oh yeah, you weren't here last time, were you? Were you? Yeah, so Battle of Asura, if you're not familiar with that mode, it's a special mode that comes out once in a while. It's a special mode that comes out once in a while. I think this is like the second or third time I've seen it. They did a different mode before where everyone's hands open. I haven't seen that one pop up again. But Battle of Asura, basically you pick three... Basically what happens in this mode is you pick 3 tiles at the beginning of the game, and the game decides which way to pass them. It's not always across from you. Sometimes it goes clockwise, sometimes it goes counterclockwise. I don't know how it decides to do that, but anyway. You pick 3 tiles at the beginning of the game, and what do you call this? You switch it with someone. Now that's the first part. The second part is 3 people must win during the round before the round ends. That's a big part of it. Not just the tile switching, but also what do you call this? Also the 3 people winning in a round. Until 3 people win a round, you cannot see what anyone else's tiles are. So if someone wins, okay, great. Normally they would open up their hand, right, and you can see what they have, but no, not here. You still have to guess what everyone has. So there's a very high chance that you may not get the tiles you want, or someone is holding them. So be very careful about that. Also, the game ends, like the actual game ends if someone goes below 0. That's the normal rule anyway, but it's a much higher chance to happen here because 3 people have to win to end the round. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. So yeah, lots of stuff to be aware of, but I feel like this is a fun what do you call this? Change from the usual Mahjong rules, and I quite like it. I do quite like this. I do quite like this mode. You know, I'll be honest. I haven't been paying attention to the discards, so I don't know what everyone's going for. But it looks like the discards. Amy has a bunch of bamboos that she does not want. Monotok, a lot of Mons. AI is actually not stupid. It's at least beginner level. It's not going to just discard things. Unless that's how it usually is in a normal game, then okay, that's fine too. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what everyone's going for. I don't even know what I'm going for. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck my hand is doing. Ooh! And Amy draws first blood. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I got nothing. Ah, man, I should have called something. Are you serious? Even the AI got stuff from me? What did you have, Monotok? Did I have your tiles? I probably had your tiles. I think I had at least your 6. Were you waiting for a 6? Yeah, you weren't getting that 6. That was firmly in my hand. Firmly in my hand. What the heck am I supposed to do with this? Oh, also be careful about the beginning of the round when you're trying to choose which tiles to discard. Because I think that also does affect your remaining time. So yeah, be careful of that. I didn't realize that until much later. Maybe next time on Talk I'll play into you, but not on purpose. Definitely not on purpose. What wind am I? I am south. Ah, jeez. Don't you just hate it when you have like such a weird hand to work with? It's like, what am I supposed to do with this? I got no idea. It's like, it's like whenever you get a hand that's like 7 tiles or so away from making any sort of sense, it's very difficult. 9 of circles. Okay, I don't. Yeah, I actually had 2 of those, but you weren't gonna get them because I was using it as a pair. Ah, crap! Wrong game. So if you're not aware yet, this is on an emulator. I'm using an emulator for this game. I don't use the web version. You can use the web version though. And I forgot to shut off Toho on my other tab. So I probably should do that so that I don't switch to it accidentally during the stream. Actually, let me do that right away. I was actually grinding in that game right before stream was happening, trying to burn some excess spirit, which is a stamina for this. Well, it kind of works like Azure Lane. The game kind of works like Azure Lane, so I guess it would be more apt to call it oil than anything. So yeah, I was grinding on it a little bit. I did very, very briefly contemplate maybe playing another game of Civ before the stream went live, and it's like, nah, even on quick, it takes like 3 to 4 hours to finish one game of Civ. I gotta say, I got addicted to Civs. At least Civ 5. And I missed the sale for Civ 6, so I'm not gonna be getting Civ 6 anytime soon. But yeah, the addiction to Civs is real. I understand now why people like it, like the games. And Amy, do you know how long my Civ game was when I streamed it on Sunday? Would you like to take a guess? It was crazy. I went 15 hours on my first Civ game. My first Civ game on stream. First Civ game ever. I went 15 hours. I started at 10 a.m. and I think I ended around 1 a.m. the next day. It was fun. I was actually still quite upbeat during that time. But it took a lot longer than I expected. On the plus side, I won the game. I actually won that game, so it was like, apparently it's not. Apparently there's a lot of ways to lose the game, because once I started playing games off stream, I found out that it was very difficult to win a game. I haven't won since. Then again, I was doing some weird strategies I had no idea how to do. But that's part of the game. It's like a bunch of experimentation, and once you know what to do, then you know what to do. But yeah, I think for the most part, I had no idea what I was doing as far as other win conditions. When I streamed, it was what do you call this? When I streamed, it was, what do you call this? A world. I did like what do you call this? World domination, something to that effect. Basically, I beat up. I took over everyone's capital, and that's how I won. But for my own personal games, I was trying to do this thing called a cultural victory, and apparently that's much tougher to do. And I don't think I've ever succeeded once trying to do that. Then again, I didn't really realize how cultural victories work. Apparently, so cultural victory. So let me just explain victories in Civs, at least Civ 5. This is vanilla Civ 5. Apparently, there's a different set of conditions for Brave New World. Yeah, Brave New World, I think, is one of the other expansions for Civ 5. But this is for vanilla. I think it also works the same way for gods and deities. But anyway, so there's different there's different victory types in Civs. You can go for world domination, which is take over every single player's capitals, just the capitals apparently. And that's how you win. There's also diplomatic victory, where you create the UN and have people vote you as the head of the UN. So that's one of them. There's also the scientific victory, where you construct a space rocket. That does take a while, apparently, to do. And that's originally what my goal was during my playthrough, but then that didn't happen. I'll tell you the story about that later. And then there's cultural victory. So how cultural victory works is you adopt 5 social policies. Social policies are these trees in the game where it affects like your output and all the other stuff. And I mean, think of it like laws and the culture of your civilization. Like you can go for order, honor, like what kind of civilization is it? What do they value? It's that kind of thing. But yeah, and I didn't realize for culture, typically the city sizes for those are like 2 cities. You start 2 cities throughout the entire game. If you want to do a cultural victory, apparently you have to make sure that you have a lot of luxury resources around the place you're founding, otherwise it just does not work out. Also, you have to keep your nation small, which is like 2 cities. Like I said, you can do 1 city, but but if you do 1 city, there's not much really you can do as far as production goes. So I don't think people typically do that. But I should try it just to see if it fares better. But 1 to 2 cities typically, if you're doing a cultural victory, and then you have to build a bunch of these wonders, like world wonders. Think of them like the pyramids, the Louvre, the giant Jesus statue in Brazil, those kinds of things. And it's very difficult because the main issue you get with cultural nations is your military tends to be very, very weak. If you're rushing towards the what do you call it? So there's tech tree and the social policy tree. So in the tech tree, it determines what technologies you have, as well as what monuments and buildings you can make. So yeah, so you basically in the tech tree, you're kind of rushing the world wonders and stuff. Very Matak, not having much luck this game so far. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, so the giant Jesus statue is one of the things you can make, and it adds to your culture. But the thing about wonders is that there are some wonders that can only one of them can exist in the entire world. So if someone else beats you to it, then you can't make it anymore, and it could really screw you over as far as getting a cultural victory. Apparently, cultural victory is one of the hardest things to do because it usually involves a peaceful playstyle. output and your like your monetary output and what do you call this? Your monetary output and your production, how fast you make things, are severely impacted. So you can't really make a huge army, though if somehow you were able to get a bunch of cash, you can purchase an army if that's what you wanted, though you could definitely use that cash for other things. Yeah, if someone else builds a giant Jesus statue faster, then you can't make it. Also, likewise, but like that's like I think that's one of the ones where it's like you can't make the same wonder as someone else. There are some wonders that you can double up on. There's definitely a few of those, but for the most part, I think there's quite a few wonders that makes you generate culture faster. That you must get if you're trying to get a cultural victory. Otherwise, it becomes very, very difficult to near impossible. And if that's your strategy for the entire game and you can't pull it off, then you pretty much just lost the game. And you find this out 3 to 4 hours later. Wish you could use that in real life. What are we talking about there? What do we wish you could use in real life? You build it faster, I win. Well, I mean, there's certainly a lot of what do you call this? Instances of that in real life, and the way people deal with it is to make something else different and make it bigger. Like I think the Eiffel Tower used to be like the tallest tower or something, and then there was a Sears Tower, and then something in Singapore now. I don't know if that's even correct. So it's like, you made it, okay. It's like, okay, we'll make it bigger, we'll make it taller, we'll make it wider, whatever the heck it is. That's just kind of how the world works, right? It's like, who has the biggest bragging rights now? That's how it works with real world wonders. Tokyo Tower barely lasted as the tallest for a bit. I mean, there's always bragging rights attached to some of these structures and monuments and buildings. I find it funny on one sense. On another sense, like, okay, what were you actually trying to accomplish by making this? Are you actually trying to get a record for that time? Are you trying to make a record last? I'm not quite sure. Wait, when you say CN Tower, are you saying there's a Cartoon Network tower? Ah, gosh darn it. Okay. Time to open this thing up. Time to drink. Oh wait, I need to discard. Oh my gosh, the seltzer actually tastes good this time. It's not like warm. No. I mean, you said CN. Does that mean Cartoon Network? Does that mean Canada? CN is a rail. Oh, okay. CN is a railway. Okay, that makes much more sense. I was gonna say, like, why the heck would Cartoon Network make a tower in Canada? It makes zero sense. But okay, that's better. I think that's better. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. Canadian National. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of how wonders work in Civs, or at least Civ 5, right? Oh, what was that? I can't read your name, but thank you for following. It's a little bit difficult to read. It's a little difficult to read. Wait, does it actually say on Twitch who followed? Revna VT, thank you for following. Alright, that's one game done. Wow. I don't think Amy got more than one game in. No, I don't think Amy got more than one hand in, but she did pretty darn well for that one hand. Congratulations. Hey Revna, welcome, welcome. Do you know how to play Mahjong? Even if you don't. Let me copy this link again. If anyone wants to be our fourth player, or if there's more than one extra player that wants to join into this game, let me know. I'll keep the link up for 3 to 5 more minutes before we start our next game. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave a slot open for a little bit and then we'll start the next one. But yeah, okay, so oh, nice. Who we have? Naiko Hime. Okay, nice Naiko. Anyone else in chat who wants to join in? I just need a raise of hands, show of hands. If whether or not you know how to play Mahjong, it does not matter. I will take anyone. All right, we'll go for this one then. We'll go for this one. We'll get you guys next time. I'm just gonna sip a little bit because that seltzer's tasting good right now. I'm not really doing the drinking game. I'm just kind of drinking at this point. There's no drinking game. It's just drinking. There's just drinking. But yeah, that's kind of how what do you call this? That's kind of how wonders work in sieves, and it's very hard to do. I think I got close to doing one, but I kind of screwed up somewhere in the middle, so I'm gonna have to try it again. Maybe before stream tomorrow. I am gonna be streaming again tomorrow. It's gonna be a chill RPG stream tomorrow. I do have 2 RPGs I need to. I do have 2 RPGs I need to get out from my backlog that I started maybe a month ago and then took off because stuff happened. So I'm putting them back in. I'm gonna get through them because I started them. I need to finish it. That's something I like to do, at least on my channel anyway. I know there are some people that start a game and don't finish it. I'm not really one of those people. It's fine if you just want to like shuffle through titles to try them out and give up on it later. I mean, I don't think I've done that yet. But I usually do a little bit of research into what I'm going to play before I do that. Alright, I'll see you a bit, Revna. Finish the drink, feeling now, Mr. Krabs. Monotalk, I may have missed what you said earlier. What drink did you have? Revna is your future rig child. Nice, very nice. I guess this one's out. Because I know I've been seeing some of your mixed drinks in Amy's server, and they do very look interesting. Man, I can't even speak anymore. But they do look very interesting. It's just, how do you decide what order the drinks in the cocktail go? Because I imagine it has to do a lot with density. Though, how do you figure out which one is more dense than the other? Okay, so let's think of it this way. I think something with more alcohol is going to be less dense. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I'm thinking. And juices definitely are a lot more dense because they have a lot more particulates in there, I think. Is what I want to say. Okay, you didn't say you'll be posting a picture. To float the wine. Well, just in general, there are some drinks where you can mix together, and that's how it's supposed to be, right? And there's really nothing too fancy as far as presentation there. But the fancy presentation stuff, where all the liquids are stratified and you can actually see them very, very clearly. Those are the ones I'm kind of curious, because there's definitely some density, specific gravity, whatever you want to call it. I think it's mostly density though. That comes into play, and very, very clearly you can see stuff. I did try to make a sangria once, or what's the difference between a grenadine and a sangria? I think a sangria is just wine and juice, right? I don't know what a grenadine is. I do not know my cocktails. Nice. Nice. Grenadine is a syrup. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't typically, what do you call this? Keep a big enough stock of liquids to mix together. Alcoholic otherwise. I think that I don't even keep juice. I keep milk, I keep water, and I keep powdered drinks. If I mix anything, it tends to be condiments like soy sauce, vinegar, mirin. I guess that's really all you need. Maybe sometimes sesame oil, because sesame oil goes really nice. What is happening? I'm not exactly sure, but Monotalk just took a critical hit. Like, holy crap! I didn't have much points there, did I? Oh my gosh, that is some Nodoka tier. Nodoka tier hand right there. Yes, 3 people must get a hand. What do you call this? 3 people must get a hand before the round ends. Yeah, you're kind of bleeding there, Matak. Hang in there. Hang in there. Today is not his day. Today is not his day. Oh my gosh, I can't be drunk yet. So I don't think I really ate that much today. I think I ate just, what do you call this? I ate some oatmeal this morning with half Dunkin' Donut mocha and half milk. That did not really taste too good. Maybe I'll try 25% mocha and see how that goes, but I don't recommend it. I definitely don't recommend the 50-50 mocha and milk combo for oatmeal. It's unless you like coffee that much, it might be okay, but I'm not a huge coffee fan, so I can't recommend it. Let's see what else. For lunch, Choco coffee oatmeal. Yeah, I guess you can call it that. I guess you can call it that. I mean, it's not like full chocolate. It was like Dunkin' Donuts mocha and regular milk. Not chocolate milk, though you could use that if you wanted to. I did regular milk though. And it was like 50-50. And I did a overnight soak for the oatmeal. I did an overnight soak for the oatmeal, and that's because that's usually how I do my oatmeal these days. I don't like heat it up. It's cold oatmeal. For a grain, oatmeal is actually pretty rich in protein. For a grain. Now, I don't know exactly how good it actually is protein-wise, but it's quite a bit. It's quite a bit. I like overnight oats because they're very easy to eat, very easy to digest, and there's no risk of overcooking it like you would if you use it in a microwave or in a pot. So I like that quite a bit. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. What else did I eat today? I also ate rice with a beef stew for lunch. And I think that's it. I did not eat anything else today. I added dates. I think at one point I had frozen strawberries in the freezer. But for some reason I just like dates more. They cost about the same at the end of the day as far as how to make it. Like per serving, at the end of the day they cost the same, frozen strawberries and dried dates. But yeah, I mean, it works. It works, and I quite like it. Blueberries. Okay, so whenever you make oatmeal, do you typically like doing fresh fruit, dried fruit, frozen? What is it? Mexican red bean stew with tortillas. Nice. I don't actually do Mexican too often, so that sounds pretty nice. Frozen. Yeah, frozen keeps a while. Fair. Very fair. But yeah, that's all I ate. Oatmeal and stew with rice for lunch. Which so far I think I'm under 1,000 calories. I don't think I even hit 700 calories today just yet. So, and I haven't eaten anything before the stream, not because I didn't want to, I just didn't feel hungry. That's the thing, I just didn't feel hungry. So yeah, I think this cider, it's not even cider, it's seltzer. This 4.2% alcohol seltzer is going to get to me very, very quickly. Very quickly. No, what do you mean no? Oh, someone rounded off you. That's why you said no. That's why you said no. Okay, that makes sense. It does hurt quite a bit, right? I'm gonna get drunk off 4.2%. Who does that on one can? Who does that? I don't think anyone does. I'll be honest, I'm not even paying attention to you guys' discards right now. So this is anyone's game, as far as I can tell. And Montauk, you're kind of bleeding right now. I make it a point not to drink too much. Liver issues and all that stuff. Hey American Bison, welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's your week been? We were just kind of talking about how our week's been, random Civ 5 stuff, and basically me about to get really, really drunk because I haven't eaten anything since lunch, so there's nothing for the alcohol right now to prevent spreading into my system very, very fast. Hey, it's not my fault that you didn't try to... It's not our fault. It's not our fault that you didn't get into Tenpai to prevent getting beaten down. You need to keep an eye on the middle of the table. See that number right underneath the East 3 right now? Keep an eye on that if you want to not pay up at the end of the round. If you don't want to lose, just win. You got that right. And thank you for dropping by, Crisis Cannibal. Though I will admit, I say this a lot of times whenever we do Mahjong, is that at least for Mahjong, the point is not to win, the point is not to lose. It doesn't mean you have to win. It just means you don't want to be fourth place, you don't want to lose, you don't want to pay someone and get it and like be like Montauk over here who has 5,000 points now, I think. Yeah, 5,003. How about running to convenience store real quick and grabbing something? I can't really because, you know, I'm kind of hosting here. So that kind of yeah, that's kind of out the window. Even if I wanted to grab something, there's no convenience store that's close enough to do that. 1. 2, I'm kind of cheap. So even if I wanted to do like Uber Eats or something like that, I wouldn't. I am super cheap. You have no idea how cheap I am. But yeah, that's my purse strings are very, very tight unless I am very I need something. So streaming equipment, things I really need. Even that I'm kind of cheap on. But I do realize there is a quality thing. So my policy regarding how to buy things is buy the cheapest quality thing you can. Buy the cheapest quality thing you can get. But don't buy the cheapest thing, because the cheapest thing will get replaced over and over again from breaking down. But the expensive thing, regardless how expensive it is, tends to last quite a while, depending on what it is. Frugal is a good word, I suppose. I suppose frugal is the appropriate word. I don't know. Maybe frugal is the appropriate word. Yeah, and it's also not a very convenient store. I don't know. Jeez. I do wish we had the convenience stores here that Japan has, because those are great. I would love to have those convenience stores. If you've never been to a Japanese convenience store before, or even one in, actually, it doesn't have to be in Japan. Korea and Taiwan, as far as I know, are the same way, from what I've seen. They're really, really nice, and actually quite stocked. Gas stations are convenience stores, but do they really have anything good? Do they really have anything good? That's actually an important concept. Riichi Mahjong is a game with only one winner per round. It's more crucial not to lose points than to win points. Exactly right, Genyu, and thank you for dropping by the stream. As you can see, we have a game here going, so if you want to join in, we'll have to get you in the next one. Oh my gosh, Montauk's about to die. Montauk's about to die. Maybe it's time to stop calling it a convenience store and just call it a store. Technically yes. Technically yes, but if you say store, you don't really think of the gas station. And the funny thing about gas station stores is that in Japan anyway, at least Japan, I'm not sure if there's the same in Korea or Taiwan, because I know they have the same kind of thing. At least in those Asian countries, the convenience stores are not attached to gas stations. Gas stations are their own thing. The convenience stores are just actual corner stores, which is quite nice, so you don't have to like smell gas when you go out. Oh my gosh, he's dead. Montauk is dead. He's so dead. Montauk, I think you need a break. Oh my gosh. I think this is the first time on stream that we have anyone go under 0. Ever since we started the Mahjong games on stream, this is the first time anyone's gone under 0. And Naiko Hime, congratulations on first place. Congratulations on first place. Yes, so anyone want to switch out? We have just give a show of hands. Actually, here you go. Here's the link to the room. All right, we got Ginyu here. Is there a queue? Not really, but if you want to join, I guess Montauk would have to switch out because he's been here from the start, and we need to rotate a little bit. Okay, well, I'll give it to Monotone. Well, he left. Who's next? Who wants to go in? Who wants to go in? I think Monotone needs to recover mentally first before he goes back in. Otherwise, he's going to what do you call this? He's gonna drink himself under. Japanese convenience stores are great. Noble 7. I think this is a different one. I'm not sure who Noble 7 is. All right. Okay, so for the people who haven't played Mahjong on this channel before, I just want to remind you guys, if you haven't seen the rules yet, to minimize the stream. You don't have to mute it, but just minimize the stream, please. No stream sniping. All right. Got that clear? All right, we're gonna start. Yeah, we got a pretty decent crowd today. I'm actually surprised. It's nice to get more people in here. It really is. It really is. And I'm sorry, guys, if you want to do like Smash or what do you call this? Smash or Mario Kart. I'm just not into those games. So we're doing Mahjong. Mahjong's what I'm gonna do. Instructions unclear, deleted sys32. Oh no. Oh no. For anyone that actually has a Mac, does sys32 even exist on a Mac? Does a Mac have an equivalent of a sys32? I'm just curious. And of course, if you run Linux, I don't think there's a such thing as a sys32. I just find it weird that there's that the sys32 joke is still around even after so long. One of these days, I need to roll for an actual character. But I do like the cat girl. I do like the cat girl, as I'm knowing some people find her to be. Let's see. Crap. But yeah, Japanese convenience store. So whenever you visit Japan, a lot of people like to go to restaurants, right? They want to try all the restaurant food, the ramen shops, the gyudons, the gyukaku, the Kobe beef, just any beef in general. I mean, they like to go to the restaurants. I get it, but going to actual restaurants is kind of expensive. Let's be honest. They're good, but they're also expensive. So, if you're strapped for cash, Japanese convenience stores will actually fill you up quite a bit. Though I do recommend not living off of them the entire trip. There's definitely a lot more stuff that you can eat besides that. But if you're on a budget, convenience stores are great for what they have. A lot of things that convenience stores typically, that people will typically get at a convenience store, are like the baked goods, onigiri. Baked goods, onigiri, ramen, those are some of the more popular items. But did you know convenience stores also have pastas and gratin and those kind of things? I don't think they have pizza. I don't think I've ever seen convenience stores have pizza, but they also do have, what do you call this? Oden, when the season is right. Oden is the crap, I didn't want to do that. The marinated what do you call this? It's basically a bunch of other stuff boiled in broth. That's one. They also have fried chicken. Well, at least Japan's version of fried chicken. Those are also pretty good. What else is there? Not manju. Manju's different. Manju's sweet. I'm thinking well, I guess it is manju. Well, you would so it's like Chinese bao, but I think they call them manju over there. So yeah, those are also pretty good. But each store has something a little different. Let's see. I think both in Japan and the U.S., DAPL has prototype mech suits. Wait, how do American Bison? How did we get to mechs? I'm confused. I'm confused. How do we get to mechs? Sounds like likely you can say impossible. Yeah, it's quite impossible. I think I actually tried Odin. Did I just... Oh my... Holy crap. This is what I get for not paying attention to the discards. How is a Baimon 4K? I don't understand. Baimon is not 4K. How do you get a 4K Baimon? Isn't a Baimon at least 8,000? Holy crap, I didn't even finish the animation in that one. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense now. Sumo and one player, okay, that makes sense. No, I don't think I mentioned anything about mechs. I don't think I mentioned anything about mechs, not this time anyway. I like mechs though. I do like mechs. I also do note that the alcohol is getting to my system much quicker than normal, but that's because I haven't eaten. That's because I haven't eaten anything. No, I did we were talking convenience stores. So we were talking about convenience stores, and basically the three main convenience stores in Japan that you'll probably run into is 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson's. I think Family Mart and Lawson's are the Japan, like are actually from Japan. 7-Eleven, that's from America. But the thing is, a 7-Eleven in Japan and anywhere else in the friggin' world is a whole lot nicer than the 7-Eleven in America or North America in general. So it's like, oh my gosh. It's a whole world difference, and I went to a 7-Eleven around here. It's just not the same. They do have some nice stuff, but it just doesn't compare to the selection and quality of food you would get in 7-Eleven Japan. I do have some water, Bison. I'm gonna drink that when I am out of cider. I'm not quite out of cider just yet, but when I am, yes. There was a Lawson right next to my apartment, so I got a soft spot for your heart there. Japanese company actually acquired... Oh! Did they really buy 7-Eleven? Okay. Well, I hope the rest of the 7-Elevens in the world follow suit then, because they could get a little better. I did notice that the 7-Elevens around here started getting some sandwiches at least. I don't remember that being a thing before, but I may have just been, I may just be saying that because you mentioned that Japan actually acquired 2005. Really, was that long ago? If that did happen, I mean, if it was that long ago, apparently nothing much has changed. But I mean, if you think about it, North America 7-Eleven wouldn't just have the stuff in Japan or Korea or Taiwan or anywhere else in the world. So yeah, I would love it for that, but I think the 7-Elevens are tailored culturally, like based on what people around the area would typically eat or get. So I say that, but I don't see enough barbecue. I don't see enough tacos, at least around this part. I really wish that was the case though. Okay, good. I finally got something. Is this just a second round? I feel like this table is very tough, but I don't know. Japan needs a Buc-ee's. You know why you say that? You say that. I have not been to Buc-ee's yet. I know there is a Buc-ee's around here. I want to say maybe 15 to 30 minutes out from town from here. It is the biggest Buc-ee's. I'm not sure if it's the main Buc-ee's. I still have not been there even after 8+ years being in this area. I probably should visit it one of these days. Because I have finally seen someone, what do you call this, make a vlog for that Buc-ee's. And I find it's amazing. Alright, thanks for dropping by, American Bison. I find it amazing how big it looks just in the vlog itself. I wouldn't have expected it. Okay, I'm not hurting quite too badly. But the skill level on this table is very, oh my gosh. Let's see. I could link it in, I could put a link to a video in this, in the chat, but I think it'd be better if you just sought it out yourself. If you know Strictly Dumpling, Mike Chin, Strictly Dumpling, check his channel out. He moved into Texas, I think, a couple of months ago, and he's been checking out all the Texas stuff, and Buc-ee's apparently was one of them. And I gotta say, I've never, despite being in this area, I have not seen it. I think Buc-ee's is the closest you will get to a Japanese style convenience store. And it's still considered a convenience store, despite looking like a legit Walmart or something. I think there's also some, there might be one like outside of Texas, though it's definitely not as common. It's definitely not as common. But yeah, yeah, I feel like I should visit there at some point. I just haven't made time to get it. I don't think I've actually heard about Buc-ee's until a year or two ago. I'm not sure how it escaped me. But apparently, in the last place I worked, there is this one girl that is a huge fan of Buc-ee's, and I was like, what is Buc-ee's? I have never heard of this. So it's like, okay, apparently Buc-ee's is great, and I had some of their corn nuts, and the corn nuts were very addictive. I think that's her signature item, the corn nuts. It's quite a treat. It is quite a treat, and it's very dangerous. So corn nuts, if you don't know what they are, think of like the Cheeto Puffs, except no cheese, and it is covered in honey. Now the thing here is the honey, I think it's honey. If it's not honey, it's some kind of sugar. Whatever kind of sugar they use, it is not overwhelming. Think of it like caramel popcorn, except it might be caramel actually. Think of it like caramel popcorn, except on a corn puff like Cheetos. That is what a corn nut is. And it is great. I am surprised how good it is. Get that thing away from me because I am gonna get fat. I'm gonna be supersized if I have that anywhere in my pantry. Speaking of which, speaking of Buc-ee's, so there was this one trip. I was doing a solo trip at this time in Japan. I was coming from Narita Airport, and typically most people coming from Narita Airport to get into Tokyo. Now there's also Haneda, but I've never actually been to Haneda, though I think whenever I go to Japan in the future, I might be flying into Haneda just because the airport I'm going to be flying from, that's where they go to, apparently, from now on. But anyway, so whenever you go to Tokyo from whenever you go to Tokyo from Narita Airport, you have several ways you can go there. You can take a taxi, not recommended. That will cost you over maybe $300. Not recommended. You can do the bus, which is probably the cheapest way to get there. It's gonna be like $10 a person. Or the most common way people get there is by train. Now, there's actually a couple of options if you go by train, which is you either go through the local lines. It'll take you a while to get there, but apparently it's not that much more expensive than, well, it's cheaper. Okay, so the local lines for the trains apparently is a lot cheaper than trying to use the Narita Express or the case. Oh, Rip Naiko. Well, scatter your ashes to the winds. I think that's our second biggest loss today. Noble 7, congratulations on your win. Holy crap. You are very, very strong. Very, very strong. Alright, I think we can do a couple more games. That one went way too fast. So let me put the link up again. Since I think we rotated through all the people, anyone else want to go join back in? Hop on in. First 3 in, and then we'll keep going. We'll probably keep going until the hour. But yeah, congratulations on your guys' wins. Yeah, we'll keep going to at least the hour, and then we'll see if anyone else wants to keep playing, and then we'll keep going for a little bit longer. But yeah, so from Narita Airport to Tokyo, a bus is your cheapest way, but apparently it doesn't take that much longer than the train. So I feel like if you had to pick between bus and train, I would probably, if you're on a budget, bus is way to go. But if you want a little bit of scenery and a little bit more comfort, the train is definitely is probably the better option. But yeah, we got one more space, guys. Don't be shy. Jump on in. Let's see. But if you want to, they don't have the shuttles like they do in the US. Mahjong gods, be gentle this time around. Let's hope the one game reset helps. Let's hope the one game reset helps. But anyway, train, bus, you can do also taxi, but I don't recommend taxi. But anyway, when I was going through the train, I saw these couple of guys. One of them had a Bucky shirt, and I asked, and since I knew where Bucky's was from, I asked where they were from just to make sure. And wouldn't you know, they were actually from Texas. It's like, nice. So I said all that just to say I met some people in Japan that happened to have a Bucky shirt. What do you call this? Just there for a business trip, basically. We don't have a fourth one? We don't have a fourth person that wants to go another round? Don't be shy, guys. We got one more. We got space for one more. Yeah, I think everyone that's wanted to have another chance did get the chance. Don't make me put an AI here. Yeah, please jump on in. Please jump on in. I don't think we had any new people that showed up that wanted to hop in. That is a fancy skin. What is that, ketchup? Oh, okay, so you got the almu rice. Nice. Very nice. You know, I don't think I've actually had almu rice in Japan. I just haven't. I had the oyakodon, Also gyudon. But no omurice. I don't think that's a... I just have not. It's not because I was avoiding it. It's just that it hasn't come up on the menu. It just hasn't come up on the menu somehow. Yeah, Himeji, there was a special omurice restaurant? Really? I don't think... I haven't been to Himeji just yet. I should try to see if I can head there next time. I've been to Osaka, but I haven't been to Himeji somehow. It's like I was only in Osaka for one day. I was coming from Otsu. Otsu is a small town right next to Kyoto. And basically I was commuting from there to different places to visit. So I think from Otsu I went to Kyoto, we went to Osaka, also went to Kobe. That's the one I was trying to figure out. So we also went to Kobe. Where else did we go through from Otsu? We also went to this one little tiny town out in the boonies, right next, like somewhere outside Otsu that I have no idea what their name is anymore. But basically there was a festival there, and my traveling partner, my mom, I'll just say my mom. It's easier to say that. Yes, I travel with my mom. She likes traveling with me into Japan. For some reason there was a festival there, went there. But yeah, but have not been to Himeji. That was actually part of the plans I wanted to do, but somehow I didn't have enough time to do it. So next time I go to around the Osaka area, I'll do a little bit more of Osaka because we only went to Dotonbori, and I want to explore a little bit more of that place. I'll be honest, guys. I'll be honest. I don't like big cities. I don't like the big cities in Japan. Tokyo, not a fan of Tokyo, even though I might like some certain parts of it. Osaka, also kind of big, but it didn't feel as crowded as Tokyo. I mean, in my case, it didn't feel as crowded as Tokyo. But yeah, not a fan of big cities. I'm more of a smaller town, rural area. Let's see. Himeji would be a good stop if you're going towards Hiroshima or something. I have been to Hiroshima before. Hiroshima, so far, is what I would consider my Japanese hometown. I wouldn't say it's my favorite town, but I would call it my hometown, if that makes any sense. It's like, you just have this one place that you call home, regardless where it is. That is Hiroshima for me. There's a guy that had a omurice in Kyoto. Oh yeah, the Kichi Kichi guy. I've heard about him. I did not hear about him before I went to Kyoto. But yes, I have heard of him. I think you need like a reservation there, because typically there's just not enough space. He might be able to sneak you in if the place is not full, but typically you need a reservation to get in there. So these days I don't think that's so much of a thing. But yeah, I do want to give it a try. Just because he's been featured so many times. One. Oh wow. That Tsumo kinda hurts. Already we're taking some damage in this round. But yeah, other than that, I really have not had any chance to eat omurice. Never been on the menu. So it's like, man, I've had oyakodon, I've had a gyudon. Actually, I have not been to Yoshinoya, I don't think. I don't think I've actually... Have I? I don't remember. I don't think I did. I don't think I've been to a Yoshinoya. I don't think I've been to a Sukiya. Yet, somehow I've had Yoshinoya because they sell the frozen Yoshinoya in the grocery stores around here. Haven't had Sukiya, though I do want to try both of them. What's that one restaurant in Japan that has the... What's that one restaurant in Japan that has the udon shop? Like the really cheap udon shop. I know there's a chain. There's an udon shop chain. I ate at that one when I was in Sendai. No, not this one. Sukiya in Japanese hometown. Yoshino and Sukiya are so convenient and cheap. Yes, and they're also good. They're also good. That's the nice thing. Marugame, I'm not exactly sure if it was Marugame or not. It doesn't ring a bell. I know I had a picture of it. I'm not gonna go look for it right now. I have a picture of the place. Let's see, how did this round go? I haven't even been paying attention. 4,000 for Amy, not bad, not bad. Not quite 4. I'll take it though. Let me just check the scores really quick. How is everyone doing? Seems like Monotalk, 20,000. Noble 7, 22. Amy is at 29. So no one's broken 30,000 yet. Not doing too badly either though. It's still the second round, so anything could happen at this point. East. So south would have the Dora. Oh my gosh, better make sure Amy doesn't get those tiles, otherwise we're gonna be so screwed. Yeah, I don't remember about Marugame. I have seen a... Oh my gosh, I can't remember names right now. I know I took pictures of these places. Oh my gosh, it does not... that looks like a very yabai. Wait, these are very yabai tiles over here by Noble 7. They have 2 or 4 wins. If they get 1 more win, that's at least a Yakuman. Well, almost a Yakuman. I think they need 4 wins for that, even as a pair. Yeah, this is very big yabai right here. Very big yabai. If that's at least 2 Yaku right now, but if they show 1 more win, be very careful. Yeah, I can, as far as chain restaurants, I don't remember. The only chain restaurants I remember going to in Japan are Go-Go Curry, which I actually like. The serving sizes there are huge. For Japan, the serving sizes are pretty big. So there's Go-Go Curry. I also went to Koko Ichibanya, Koko Ichi. Quite spicy actually for Japan also. I'm surprised. I didn't think Koko Ichi could be this spicy, but it actually was. If that make... It's like... There's a stereotype that Japan doesn't like very spicy food. Koko Ichi, I ordered a number 4 before. I ordered a number 4 spice the one time I went there, and I was burning. I did not think that was possible in Japan. I ordered a number 4. Now they have 10 levels to that. And apparently they kind of skew the spice level depending on whether or not they think you can handle it or not. Like if you are obviously Gaijin, they're probably going to hold back a bit. But I don't think they held back on the 4, or maybe they added too much for the 4. I don't know how the quality control is over there. But yeah, Koko Ichi, Go-Go Curry, the udon place, I can't remember the name, but I'm pretty sure that was a chain. Another chain izakaya that's specialized in seafood. I don't know what their name is. But I remember going to that one. Sushi Zenmai, I believe, is also a chain. They do sushi, but pretty darn good quality sushi for, what do you call this? For a chain. like they somehow keep prices fairly reasonable despite it being fairly good sushi, and I need to clear this out. Let's see. Okay, so I also went to a, what do you call this? I'm trying to, it's a ramen place. I have gone to Ichiran, and I also have gone to an Ippudo. Which I know there's a rivalry between Ichiran and Ippudo as far as for visitors are concerned. However, I am one of those people that like Ippudo better than Ichiran. Definitely prefer Ippudo over Ichiran any day of the week. Holy crap! Oh my gosh, that hurts quite a bit. Amy, I think, also won? Yeah, she did. Okay, well, so much pain right now. Noble 7 is very, very strong. Oh my gosh. I'm just curious, Noble 7, what is your rank? If you play this game often, what is your rank? I don't play the game often enough to have any rank. Though I think that when I was playing solo for a while, I was whatever the second level was. Novice 6? Really? You don't play like a novice 6. You do not play like a novice 6. That's pretty good though. That's pretty good. Oh, I knew it. I didn't really see why it hit me, but that makes perfect sense. The Yakuman. It's like I was warning about the Yakuman, and yet I dealt into that. My gosh. Why you do that to yourself? Has that been the first Yakuman in this Mahjong series? So, because if it is, that will be our first Yakuman in this Mahjong series. Also, we had a couple of negative, like below zeros in this stream. So it's like, we got both. We got both ends of the spectrum. Yeah, seeing a Yakuman, no matter who it comes from, it's always a nice thing. Always a nice thing. Because they're so rare enough that it does actually feel special. So props for that. Congratulations. Double Yakuman though, I don't think I've actually ever seen in person. Maybe in a 3-player game because they're more common there, but like in a 4-player game, I don't think I've seen it as much. I would like to see that once. I just think it would be fun. Yeah, I think it's also the first time I've seen a Yakuman with a little wind Yakuman. That is the very first time I've seen one. I've seen I've seen Daisangen, which is the dragons. That's fairly common. Suanko is also fairly common. A little tougher, but it's also fairly common. Kokushi, which one's Kokushi? Please remind me. But I hardly see the wind Yakuman. I think I might have seen all green once. That's actually fairly rare. I've also seen an all terminal, all honors Yakuman. Oh, 13 orphans. Okay, I don't usually call it Kokushi, so I was confused. Yeah, I have seen 13 orphans before. I don't think I've seen a double Yakuman from 13 orphans. I've seen the normal one, but not the double. I think I've actually seen 9 gates once. That's actually kind of tough to pull off. Because for 9 gates, you need to have everything from a you need like you need a flush, and you need triplets of both ends, like the 1s and the 9. So that's actually kind of tough. But I have seen that also before. Nice. That is quite the achievement. That is quite the achievement. I usually when I play whenever I play Mahjong, I don't typically go for any specific hand. Though I probably should. I probably should, but I typically don't. I just typically don't. I just kind of do whatever, because you know Mahjong is a lot about probability management, and it's very hard to manage probability if you don't know what probabilities you're working with. That's just my take on it. It's much easier to figure out where you're going from the start of like depending on what your opening hand is compared to in the middle of the game. I think there was one Mahjong streamer. I'll call them a VTuber because they were technically a VTuber. I think I saw one Mahjong VTuber that somehow magically just fixed their hand from trash to something really, really nice. It's not necessarily Yakuman, but I think that I got at least a Baimon out of it. Or maybe at least a Mangan with a bunch of Dora. I don't remember, it's been a while. But I admire those people. Oh my gosh, this is why it ended. My attack, GG. Noble 7 just goes for the big hands. Quite rightly so. Ah, man. Let's pour one for our dude Monotalk here. I think he's taken quite a beating this this session. And congratulations again, Noble 7, for showing us those big hands. Those are actually quite the treat. I don't think most of us typically go for the big hands, but it is very nice whenever they do happen. Crisis Cannibal, thank you for following. Thank you for following. All right, you only go for big hands. I should do that more. I really should do that more. I'll try to do it, but it's very difficult to figure out where my hand is going until it's like mid-game. But anyway, link is in the chat. We'll go for at least one more round. But link is in the chat for anyone else who wants to go. If you haven't had a turn yet, please give it a shot. And if you had a turn already, go ahead also. Go ahead. Monotalk, are you okay? I know you have taken quite a beating this time. Are you okay though? Are you okay? I'm gonna go drink. I think I have like a quarter, maybe a fifth left of this can. But we have room right now for at least two more. Two more people. Whether or not you played before, come on in. How long have we streamed? An hour and a half, really? Doesn't feel like an hour and a half. 100% best bad luck. Yeah, it happens. It really does happen. So don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. I think I've had games before where I like. What was my worst game? I think I got Yakuman into the negatives before. Yeah, I think I have been Yakuman into the negatives before. If I'm remembering wrong, then it certainly felt like it happened at least once, and that hurt. I didn't feel bad about it. I was just laughing that it actually happened because, ouch. Ouch. At least one person. Do we have at least one person that'll step into the room? Because we should try to get one more game going at least. If you've never played Mahjong before and you would like to try, please step up. It doesn't matter if you've learned. If it doesn't matter if you have. Oh my god, I can't speak anymore. This is why you eat before you drink, people. Unless you want to feel the full effects of alcohol, eat before you drink. And yes, I am a lightweight because I don't drink that often. One more. Do we have one more? One more person in chat. Anyone else? It doesn't matter if you played or not. If you played before, come on in. If you haven't played yet, please come on in. First come, first serve. Come on in. Don't make me put an AI here. AI is fine. I mean, the AI can play fine, but don't make me put an AI in here. And after the stream, I'm gonna go eat something. I have 3 eggs thawing out on my countertop. I'm gonna fry those eggs. Yes, please. You know what? Go. Just someone fill this 4th slot in. I don't want to put an AI. Someone fill this 4th slot in. I have 3 eggs. Yeah. Well, yeah. I usually cook my eggs at room temperature. So typically, whenever you bake, you have to get the eggs at room temperature. Otherwise, the recipe just doesn't come out as well. Oh my gosh, Noble7, you're just showing off all these skins. I like seeing them, but now you're just showing off. What the heck? It's a nice skin though. How many skins do you have for this girl? Is it even the same girl? It's a very nice skin though. Very nice skin. I should roll. I really should roll. Maybe by next month, after I get a couple more paychecks in here, I'll roll for someone and then use them. I'll probably stream my rolls before we start a game for that session. It won't be this month. It'll probably be next month. I'll probably stream my rolls just so we get just so I have someone else to use besides a cat girl. Even though I like the cat girl. All right, I like cat girls. There is nothing wrong with cat girls, despite how generic they may be. They're only generic because there's so many of them. Just imagine this, all right? Just imagine this. If dog girls were more common, you would say that dog girls would be generic, and then cat girls would be more unique. You don't see that many dog girls, do you? You're missing 5 waifus and 10 husbandos. Isn't that all the husbandos, though? Isn't that all the husbandos? Monogamy, yeah. Yeah, here's the thing, though. I'm not... If I roll... Oh, you have 2. Nice. If I roll, I don't know if I want to roll for a guy to represent myself, or if I want to roll for a girl because I like waifus. I'm actually kind of torn. Part of me wants to roll 1 husbando and 1 waifu, just so I can switch between the 2 of them. Because let's face it, male representation in games, in these kinds of games anyway, not very up there, because you know why? Because girls are cute. Girls are cute. He's a very good guy. He's a very good guy. You know what would be crap. You know what would be weird? Is if I roll the same guy as you. That would be weird, and I wouldn't want to use them. Because we'd be overlapping. We need to be somewhat unique, even though the character pool is kind of small. He looks like he makes money. Yeah, he looks like he does look like he makes money. Until this stream. Monotalk needs to redeem himself this stream. Very much so, he needs to redeem himself this stream. He can't be losing each game he's in. We can't allow that. Depends on what the Mahjong gods feel like though, because it is partly on them. There's no way to sort the characters once you get them? Really? Oh well, I suppose that makes sense. There's no way to sort them unless it's like guys and girls. Oh, you mean like the order the characters are is the order you get them? Is that how it is? Really? No. Okay, I didn't realize that. Deep voice. Who doesn't like a deep voice? Who doesn't like a deep voice? Ah, speaking of deep voice, let me see if I can do it. So as far as deep voices go, this is probably the deepest voice I can intentionally make at a time. But if I'm just freshly awoken, I can get it a little bit deeper than this. Actually, when I first started streaming, this is kind of like the tone I've been trying to do. I mean, it's not very deep compared to my typical, right? At least I don't think so. But yeah, this is kind of what I was trying to do before, and then I just kind of said, screw it. Screw it, we'll just go with our natural voice. Which I think fits the character a little bit better. If I was playing a character, but I don't play a character. Squeaky voice girl. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, you use the voice what you're more comfortable with. The thing about this voice is, if I get so like too excited, if I get too excited, I can't. I really can't. Oh my gosh, Monotalk, you're taking a lot of damage already, and this is just the first round. Or no wait, Amy's the one who took that damage. Never mind. I was misreading. But yeah, this voice, or at least this tone of voice, kind of forces me to be super relaxed, because that's typically what a deeper voice is. Yeah, it was Amy that ate Monotalk. I see. It's gonna be Amy versus Monotalk right now. But yeah, a deeper voice, if you're intentionally going for a deeper voice, is more of a relaxed state. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's more of a relaxed state. You both were waiting for threes. That was not going to happen. I don't know where the fives went though. Nice. It's been a while since I had Hanuman. The fives, two of the fives anyway, were in Noble's hand. I don't want to get rid of any of this. Yeah, I don't think you were gonna get any fives because Amy had 2 5s. Noble had the other 2 5s. So 3 you were waiting on, never to happen. Never going to happen. Hey, nothing wrong with dumb laughs, right? Your voice is unique to yourself, and be proud of it. That's all I can say. Be proud of it. Now, there's always ways to improve your own voice. Make it clearer. Make it more rounded. That's what I've learned from doing streaming. Is that no matter how much you hate your voice or may dislike it, there are definitely ways to improve on it. And one way to do that is do a bunch of voice exercises every day. However, I have been slacking on that. I am a huge slacker when it comes to that kind of thing. I did start on it early on and did fairly well. It did. There were some effects. I should get back on it. However, it's like I'm just. I feel like I don't have enough time to do anything these days. But the voice practice though really doesn't have to be very long. I think 5 to 10 minutes is all you need each day. But for some reason, I can't find that 5 to 10 minutes to just do it. I really should though. Yeah, VA stuff is nice. At least being able to... Ooh! Yeah. But yeah, so Monotalk's voice is not on stream right now. But the one time I heard him, he's got the nice podcasting / radio voice, which I think you would also call a what do you call this? It's like your typical news TV voice, but a little bit smoother. I feel like it's a little bit smoother, so it definitely works better as a podcast rather than TV. At least it's like quality. Anyway, if you were just hearing it. Yeah, you were hosting it with voice chat last time. Yeah, sorry if I don't do it. Sorry if I don't do it on mine, because I know there's typically a lot of people that shuffle through. So it's a little bit more difficult to do it that way, and I don't have a dedicated server to myself. That's one thing. I don't think I plan to make a server for myself, because managing it is a pain in the butt. I know some people would probably like to talk to me more through Discord and stuff like that. But if you really want to talk to me through Discord, I typically hang out in different servers. So Amy's server is one I typically hang out in. I also hang out in what used to be called the JCC. They're not called the JCC anymore. They're now Isekai Inc. I hang out over there. I also hang out in the Korone fan server. And I also hang out in what do you call this? I also hang out in a friend's game dev server, though that one is a private server, so no one can get in there unless they were invited by the admin. And the admin is very, very picky who they let in, so there is that. I do have my own server for emotes, but I do not want anyone to go in there unless it was for a collab or something. I have done that before. But basically it is a dump server, so I do not want anyone in there unless you don't mind being in a dump server. Yeah, the former, I will call it the former JCC, because it's still a little weird to call it Isekai Inc. right now. But the former JCC server is kind of big, but if you're looking to grow, or at least have some hints on how to expand your user base and stuff, or just any creator stuff in general, you don't have to be a VTuber to be in there. I don't think Jusagi ever meant it to be that way. And you know what? I don't mind if I'm advertising for them. So yeah, so let me just explain it really quick. The JCC, now called Isekai Inc., is actually a server right now that is run by, well, that I'm not sure who actually owns the server, but let's just say the main figurehead of the server is Jusagi. Now the thing is, that server is not just for VTubers. VTuber fans can also be in there, or just if you just want to drop by, you can also do that, because they do have roles for content creators and they do have roles for non-content creators. Jusagi, though, for the most part, focuses on other VTubers as far as what they do. I'm trying not to misspeak anything, but yeah. But basically, this person does have a business background in real life, and they take that business background to help others. For the that is what's based on. And they're actually trying to make, right now, they're trying to make their the group into an actual business, an actual talent agency, like it would be Hololive or Nijisanji, that kind of thing. But they're going at it very methodically as far as figuring out all the marketing metrics, what works, what doesn't work. There's actual research that they're trying to do in the background. So it's not like just go in there, make a company, and see what happens. No. They're being very careful about how they handle it. And I think last I heard they actually do have 2 investors. 2 actual people that are willing to spend money on them should they become an actual business. Yeah, so they're leaning that way. But if you're a content creator, it is a good place for bouncing ideas on how to grow off other people. So if you're a content creator of any kind, VTuber or not, or non-VTuber, it doesn't matter, because there are people in there that are also not VTubers but are also content creators, like video makers, or that would like to grow. So when I say video makers, they're typically going to be on YouTube, because that's typically where videos are. But I don't think it's limited to that. If you're just looking for hints on how to grow, or would like to bounce ideas off other people, drop by. If you're a VTuber fan, or would just like to see what other people in there are doing, I don't know how the other tag works, because you can't have both content creator and a normal user tag at the same time. So I don't know how the other side looks like, but you can check it out also. And yeah, but I'm still not sure how it works on that end. But yeah, the main takeaway is look for Jusagi-chan on Twitter. They should have a Discord they should have a Discord invite there, or if you know me, I'll send you the Discord invite myself if you're curious about going in there. You don't have to talk. You can just go to the place where they talk about content creation and stuff like that, and see if it helps you or it doesn't. A lot of what I've noticed is actual bouncing ideas off and figuring out what works and what doesn't work. So it's actually a nice, healthy place. Very nice and healthy. Very professional, actually. It's not anyone trying to force them to be professional, but everyone's approaching it very professionally, which I'm quite impressed at. And I think it just shows the level of maturity of people in there compared to what you might expect out of a regular server, if you have any expectations at all. So that's my 2 bits about them. That's my free advertisement for them. High praises. So yeah, if you're curious, check it out. But yeah, okay, so let me just get a good look at what we have in the table here. I haven't actually been paying attention too much with what everyone's discard is. I've just been playing on auto for the most part. And Oh yeah, you did disconnect. You might want to get in here as soon as possible. Yeah. Hopefully that tile that was discarded wasn't something you actually needed. Okay, you're back. You're back. You're back. I actually do need water because I'm feeling a little dry now. I think I have a little bit of seltzer left, but I haven't felt the need to drink it. But alcohol does dry you up when you drink it, so be careful about that if you're drinking alcohol during streams. Yeah, they might have the recommended tiles as far as tossing what they were tossed out. But yeah, let me just check the table. I don't think, like I said, I don't think I was paying too much attention to everyone's discard piles like I normally do. I'm not sure because I am a little tipsy or what. But it's worked out so far. I think for the stream I've been second or third, which is pretty average for me. Though this game so far, I think this is the last round. So far ahead, though. I don't know. That could turn on a dime if I'm not careful. I do see a lot of wins. There is a whole lot of wins on the discards today. Not a whole lot of mons either. White is out. I don't see any other dragons. Okay. Well, I'm not sure about Raisin. Oh, who has the cat paw? I didn't see it. But the cat paw is pretty nice. I like the cat paw. I think I like the... Oh, there it is. There's the cat paw. Here's the funny thing. It's a cat... So there's a lot of customizable stuff in here, right? You can customize your tiles. You can customize a table. You can also customize your... Oh my gosh! Second chance at life! You can also customize the... You can also customize your hand, which you wouldn't think game-wise to customize, but there we go. Yes, you live. You're not gonna go under 0. At the very least, you will not die today. Well, at least you will not die in this game. You may get 4th place, but you're not gonna die. One positive HP for now. Oh my gosh, Amy has 3 Doras. That's gonna hurt if she gets at least a Mon gun. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing with my hand right now. It is a very tight spot. Yeah, take your wins. Take your wins. But I definitely need something after this. It's not like I'm feeling lightheaded. I actually don't feel lightheaded at all. But I am definitely not thinking. Definitely not thinking. Which may be a thing in itself. Ooh. I see possibilities with my hand. That could be very difficult. But what isn't difficult? Do I feel jolly? I wouldn't say I feel jolly. Here's a typical thing that people have mentioned to me whenever I do get a little tipsy. Is I tend to talk a little bit more, 1, and I fall asleep. 2, if I drink enough. I haven't actually fallen asleep before from drinking, though I have felt sleepy depending on what's happened earlier in the day. But I do talk a bit more. Though I don't know if you can actually tell the difference here. I was trying to go for a 7 pair. That wasn't happening today, I guess. Well, that's the end of the match. Amy up in second. Noble 7th, first time not being in first place this entire game. And Monotalk survives with points above 0 this time. Congratulations, everyone. You did very well. Thank you for playing. Thank you for participating. That's what makes these sessions really nice. So yeah, thank you guys all for joining me. And thank you guys for playing with me. That's all I could ever ask for. That's all I could ever ask for. But like I said, Smash, Mario Kart, I'm sorry, I will never play those. I just don't feel like getting them. It's not really my type of game. But Mahjong, if you're up for Mahjong, hey, we'll do it. We'll do it. I can only get a few of you at a time doing it, but you know what? It's fun all around. It's fun all around. But yeah, that's all I got today. And let's see, do I have any announcements? So the only announcement I have is, so I'll be starting up Atelier Ayesha again tomorrow. Next week, no, not next week. I think so far the Mahjong games have been every other week, because I gotta get stuff in rotation, right? Gotta get stuff in rotation. So maybe the week after. Oh yeah, if I don't host one, Amy's probably gonna host it, and then we can do it on her channel at that time. So if there's a Mahjong game next week, it'll be on Amy's channel, not mine. But yeah, tomorrow will be Atelier Ayesha. It's gonna be, I'm gonna be picking it up again. Hopefully, I'll try to go a little bit longer than 6 hours for that tomorrow. Or at least speed it up a little bit somehow. The thing is, typically when I do the RPG games, I do like hitting, well, at least the Atelier games. The Atelier games, cutscenes are always optional. But the thing is, if you don't go for the cutscenes, which are the character backgrounds and stories, you miss half the game, and also you miss half of the skills and other nice stuff that goes along with it. So yeah, 6 hours actually is not too bad. 6 hours used to be my normal whenever I was streaming games a bit more often. But I do that for a few select ones, mainly RPGs, because if I do less than 6 hours and I do them each week, we would be playing the same game for more than 3 or 4 months, and I really don't want to do that. I think my longest running series so far has to be the Terraria series, and that's only because I do that one every other week, I think. Yeah, I've been doing it every other week. I don't do that for 6 hours. I do it like for 2 or 3. But because there's like very clear, definite milestones in that game that are like, you kind of know what you're aiming for. If you go more than that, typically it takes way too long just to get there. So that's probably my longest running series. I'm still need to figure out when I'm going to do that next. But anyway, yeah, that's all I got for today. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for playing with me. See you guys next time. And I need to get all this YouTube stuff in. So if you guys liked what you saw, would like to see more, please consider subscribing to this channel. Keep up with the stream schedule. Notification bell, likes, comments, all that stuff, yada yada yada. I don't actually ask for people for comments, but the like and the comments do help with the YouTube algorithm a little bit still. Also, subs would be nice. Thank you for subs. But yeah, that's all I got for today. See you guys later. Have a nice rest of your day, and bye-bye.